right. The last video I said there might be new iron on the farm. And that new iron I'm going to go look at. I've seen pictures and stuff like that. I will give you a hint. It's the same year as my 400. Now, I'll be the first one to admit I don't have to have this tractor. I just kind of want this tractor. I think it would be a good actor on the channel. And I can make a lot of videos with this sucker. And I kind of already have it. You ever pull in somewhere and you're like, why do I feel like I'm either in Deliverance-ville or I'm just plain trespassing somewhere? These are the directions they gave me, and I'm sticking to them. Rolling the dice. It's all one lane, dead-end road. I got a pocket full of money. I guess it'll be theirs if they want it. Like a dummy, I'm not armed. Beep, beep. Well, here's the first part of it. We got a snow blade. Got a fast hitch brush hog, and that's also going to be a Woods 42C. Looks like maybe they rigged it up in a one bottom. I don't know if that's a 194, 154. Either way, it's some sort of number. Yeah. Let's go check out the machine this gets attached to. Well, and that's the machine it's hooked to. Or I should say the implements go to. And the brush hog's actually hooked on there. Nice little machine. Yeah, and there you go. PTO's hooked up in the whole 9 yards. Yep. There you go. It's got a thing for the front blade, the snow plow. 1955. Well, we made it through the rain and the snow and the wind. Stopped raining here for a minute, so I'm not going to video too long, but yeah, there she blows. All the parts and pieces. Well, I learned my lesson with the Farmall A. When I picked that A up, I did sit on that, and it was because it was about a 70-degree day when I picked it up. And also, yeah, and I got soaked. I gotta put the key in the big city, right? Turn it on, like such.
Like that.
Gas. We'll send it our gassy gasser. See a lot of these Cubs, and they'll have the front blade, the snow blade, or whatever you want to call it, hooked to these. And normally it'll hook under there, and then what they'll do is they'll run a chain to this, and it's because they're missing this piece here. He did say that there was a stress fracture here, and he had what he construed as a professional welder weld that. Needs painted. But either way, this piece is not missing. So that's a simple hookup for the front blade. Bar goes through there, down through there, connects, and then a pin up top. That's it, man. I mean, I do have, it did come with tire chains for the rear. These are loaded. I didn't think that they were. They are. Me personally, I'd rather have, I know that there's a difference in the way they grip between being loaded and just having wheel weights on there. I'd like both. This rim looks not great. Looks like it will do. It's going to be loaded with calcium chloride. Yeah, you know, now I'm to the point, if I'm going to load a tire, it's not going to be calcium chloride. It might be windshield washer fluid or something like that. And a lot of you guys, you know, you use the rim guard, but it makes a whale of a mess if it leaks out of the tube. But I'd rather have that mess than rotten rim mess. And again, here's the Woods 42C 1-point fast hitch brush hog, and I will engage that here shortly and show you the deal on that. Picks it up, and I'll be honest with you, when I pulled it up onto the trailer, I should have videoed that, and I didn't. But you know, even going up a hill, I didn't really feel that front end come up too much. But I would like some front weights for here. I think that would help a lot. Can't really have the brush hog hooked up same time the plow is, because that was the main objective. Hook the plow up, have the brush hog hooked up, and then just pull it up onto the trailer. But what happens is, as this goes up, this goes down. As that goes down, this goes up. So it's like teeter-totter effect. So it was no big deal to hand load them. This has been converted to 12 volts. And I don't know, he said something about why he put this on here, but it just kind of boogied over my brain, and that's just a key. Battery on, battery off. I have no problem with that. But it is 12 volt, and it looks like somebody tapped into this, and that's because they put a new gauge on there. Nothing wrong with that. He's got the choke switched cattywampus, so you push it in for choke and out for no choke. So, you know, I'll probably, you know, I'll get around to fixing that probably in the spring or something, you know, but just for peace of mind. I asked him what oil he ran in this. He did run 10W30 in it. That's fine. It is what it is, right? This rim doesn't look... The tractor's getting new rims, all right? I'm fine with the skins. I'm fine. I'll run these for my entire life. As far as tread, that's... Man, I'm going to run with 65%. Good enough. These are brand new. These front steers are Titans. Still got the knobbies on there. This is how much the guy used the tractor. This will tell you a lot. He had it for 17 years. And yes, the plastic bag is still on there, the garbage bag. It started to rain. I ran in a red shed, left it on there. Now the garbage bag's wet, but at least I can get the water off that. But he's had this tractor 17 years. When he bought it from a guy in Ohio 17 years ago, those were brand new then, okay? And they still got the little, yeah, they're still on there, man, 17 years later. So it's indicative of the amount or lack thereof of use that he uses for. I asked him about the 1-point fast hitch plow with the Coulter, which I've never seen him come with Coulters. That must be either a high theft item or a high, oops, I misplaced it item. And he said he'd never plowed with it before. So he didn't know. He didn't know where the Coulter goes. I'm sure Farmall 51 will know with 100% certainty. He'll know about that plow and the Coulter and exactly how to set it. I got a book or two inside that, you know, I'm sure is going to tell me how to set the fast hitch up. I do believe there's 3 holes there, 1, 2, 3. It's set on the middle hole. I am reasonably sure from the left you want it in that 3rd hole farthest over. But again, I'll have to reread the book. This is rubbing here, or it looks like it did at one time. There is definitely some space here. But yeah, it's rubbed a little bit there, going back and forth. Yeah, these are old machines. You know, they're really getting tough to find in good shape. And the ones that are in good shape, somebody restored to keep themselves. So it's a working tractor. I consider it in its work clothes. I don't know if that's original paint. I maybe kind of sort of doubt it, but good enough for government cheese. So, yeah. And came with, he gave me all the 6-volt stuff that goes with it. Yeah, it looks a little wet there, but not bad. Not bad. He said that he was having problems with rust in the tank. All right, so that alerted me right away that he probably didn't keep a full tank year-round in this like I do with all my machines. They keep full tanks. Full tanks don't allow for condensation, which in turn doesn't allow rust. But he was at least smart enough with the sediment bowl there to go up in, and he he's got an extension piece up in there. He said it's about an inch high. You know, so anything that's settled in the bottom of the tank, it's not going to suck. But you can also use magnets, you know, stick a magnet over on this side and try to draw all that crap out. Or a better idea is just to put a whole new petcock sediment bowl assembly on there, like I like to do, and flush this tank and clean it out. Now you can see that's got the leaker, the Jim Comey leaker cap on there, and that'll be changed out. He seemed to think it was a 55, and I am not arguing with that, because this front end was designed, this cub I should say was come out when the 100 and the 200 and the 300 and the 400, and it looks just like that, the same front end. Now I'm having a little bit, okay, so we got, all right, hang on, 193192. All right, so if somebody wants to go look that up, I'm calling it a 55 until you guys tell me otherwise. Wiring's, you know, some of it's brittle, you know, over time you just change it out and do what you got to do. But I think I'm going to be thrilled with it. The very things that he did not do with it, and you can also see it's missing the little McCormick badge right here. He said he had it somewhere, but he didn't know where. You know, I get it. I do. Why you'd take it off of there ever and not put it back on, I don't know. I could probably order one online. Not a big deal. He says, well, if I find it, I'll call you. I said, don't bother, dude. Go on, live your life, and I'll live mine. But the very things that I'm not saying, my gut tells me all he did was plow his driveway with this every blue moon, and it sat at what I consider his lake house in the garage. So, and I asked him, I said, well, how much snow did you get? He said, oh, you know, we'd get some every once in a while, but we stopped coming here in the winter. And I thought, okay, so that means that you haven't used it in quite a while as far as the snow plowing goes. I don't think he ever used this brush hog. I'll engage it and stuff. It does have the shoes on here, and that makes it really nice. I had a couple of you ask me when I was using the other cub with the Yellow Woods belly mower, same mower but belly, how I you know, kept it level and didn't buzz the ground. Well, I just kind of used my eyeball. That's about it. But with this, it's got the, you know, no doubt shoes, skis, whatever on there, and that'll work out pretty good. So let's do a regulators mount up. He's got a puddle in there already. I'm not sitting in water. I ain't down with that at all. All right. I mean, I am going to get wet, bottom line. But anyways, so let's come over here. I almost bought a 130. This is a 1-point fast hitch buzz saw. Now, eventually, I am going to pull it out of the weeds. I meant to spray this with Roundup and have everything killed off, but I just never got to it, like a lot of things in life. And but I'll definitely be using the cub to pick that up and go for broke. So, yeah, on the deck and climb aboard. Ooh. 200 pounds to step down on that bar. Didn't like it. All right. Try to get as much off as there as I can. Ooh, and it's cold water too. Ay, ay, ay. Whew. That's the worst part of it. It's cold. All right, so we got that. Let's flip the switch. Right there. That switch is a little sticky. I might change that out. But anyways. It'd help if I turn the battery on, which I just did. Now she running. See what picking this thing up does. Yeah, and I don't even feel lighten the front end with that picked up, so that's a good sign. Let's take it for a shake. The object today was I was going to bring it back and do some brush hogging with it. It's just too wet. We've had buckets and buckets of rain, so that'll be in part 2 coming up. We got auction this weekend. Farmall cubby. 2 cubbies. Boom.